What's going on, everybody? I'm super stoked to bring you guys today's video because the good folks over at EasySMX, yes, EasySMX, so it's like easy servicing mechanical xylophones. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what it actually stands for, but that's their name. They have reached out to me and they've sent me a mechanical gaming keyboard and a gaming mouse to review for you guys and show you guys how they work. So I'm going to give you guys also a really cool surprise at the end of the video, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Or just skip through the whole entire video if you just want the surprise, and check out in the description real quick. But if you actually are curious to see what these two things have to offer, let's go ahead and roll my intro and we'll get right into reviewing them, and I'll show you guys exactly what they do. Let's go! So the first thing that I noticed are these things come packaged pretty generically, but I was actually pleasantly surprised once I opened them. Starting with the mouse first, you can see it's just your basic wired mouse with some cool LED accents to give it that more gamer aesthetic. And although it only goes from 800 DPI up to 3200 DPI, it will get most people by. And the one thing that I did find kind of weird about the mouse is when you change the DPI, that's actually how you change the mouse's color as well. So depending on what DPI you use, that's what will determine what color the mouse stays, with the exception of when you leave the mouse alone for a little bit, it does go through the little color fade once you kind of just leave the mouse alone. I really do appreciate the simplicity of this mouse a lot, and I do love the fact that the sensor does feel like it's quality, and the rubber feet on the bottom actually have never given me any trouble on my mouse mat, and it feels very smooth to use while gaming for sure. I gotta say that other than the simplicity of the mouse, I really do enjoy the rubberized coating on either side of the mouse. It does feel very good in your hands and feels very, very sticky while you're playing, so your hands don't slip around while you're trying to play a shooter game or something like that. Moving on to our rainbow LED lit mechanical keyboard. Yes, it is rainbow LED lit, so in case you guys were thinking it was RGB, it's definitely not. Each one of those rows is a static color, but it is individually lit on each key, and each one of those keys is actually rated for 50 million keystrokes. The keyboard does come with its own key puller, giving you the ability to take off every key on the keyboard and replace it at your leisure, but it does reveal a blue switch underneath, which I guarantee is not a genuine Cherry MX switch, but probably some type of clone, but sounds just about the exact same and feels great as well. And for a quick sound comparison, here is this keyboard compared to Cherry MX silent keys on my Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard. This keyboard does come with a braided USB cable, some very aggressive styling in the front, and some retractable feet that help you keep your hands from fatiguing, while also having rubber pads on the bottom if you do not prefer using the feet, which will keep it from sliding. The other really cool hidden feature are these little holes on the back of the keyboard that are actually listed on their website as being spill holes. So those little square rectangle type holes, they're actually there to prevent water from getting caught inside the PCB of the keyboard, which is pretty unexpected to see in a keyboard at this price range. One thing that if you read the manual you will find that it does have dedicated media keys, and it just uses the F keys for that, but it does not have them actually marked on the keyboard, which is something I wish it definitely had. One more minor thing that I wish these guys did do to this keyboard was actually color the screws on the very top of the keyboard. As you can see, the top of the keyboard is actually colored in some kind of anodized red color, and the screws are still silver. So if they would have just taken a little bit extra time and colored the screws too, it would have made it more aesthetically pleasing, but it's just a small thing. Alright, now for the part that everybody's been waiting for, and that is all of the different color variations you can do with the keyboard. There are actually 9 of them on this keyboard, so I'll go through a couple of them with you right now. So by pressing the function key and the insert key, you basically will switch through all the different modes. This first one being the color typing is what I like to call it. You pretty much just press the key and it does the corresponding color. Second, we have the standard breathing effect that everybody comes to expect from a keyboard these days. Next, we just have the mode that illuminates your WASD keys and your arrow keys, as well as the escape key. There are about 4 or 5 different colorway variations on this keyboard, and this is one of the first ones. And you can actually change the speed of it by pressing the function key and the left or right arrow key. This next mode is kind of weird. It just kind of revolves around the entire keyboard and always ends at the O key. I'm not sure why, but that's just kind of what it does, and then it spreads out to the entire keyboard. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to go ahead and dub this the lit mode because it's my favorite one. You literally type and a rainbow goes through the entire keyboard, and it is incredible to sit there and watch it, and I'm obsessed with it. So that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So as promised, surprise I have for you guys, there's a 30% off promo code for each of these items in the description below. Go ahead and search for both of these items on Amazon and go ahead and get that discount if you guys enjoyed the products. And make sure you drop me a like and subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.